Today I'm going to show you how to set up an assignment for a student. So you've logged into your course, you can see that you're logged in and you're in your favorite course and you want to add an assignment for your students. Now currently I'm seeing the course. So far I've got my course outliner placed into week 10, which is the week beginning March 7th. And I've got a quiz up there. Notice the quiz is grey. This means that when a student goes into this course, the grey means it's not visible and it's been hidden from the students. For example, if I switch role to student, I'll see what a student would see if they entered this course, and you can see the quiz has disappeared, but the news forum and the course outline is still there. So I'm going to go back to my normal role because of course as a student you cannot edit the course, so you won't see the button that says turn editing on. So I'm now back as myself and I want to turn editing on. There's a couple of things I want to do before I set up a new assignment. One, I'll move the quiz down to week 10, which is 7th of March, 13th of March, because the quiz is going to take place tomorrow, which is Friday the 11th. And I also want to move the course outline up to the top because that should be always visible at the top. And then I'm going to set up a new assignment for tomorrow in the current week. So first thing I'm going to do is turn editing on so I can make changes to my course. I'm going to use this button. This will move the quiz down to week 10. And just before I forget, this little button here, if you click on this one, it will show this assignment to the students, but if you leave it as it is, this is hidden. You see the little eye is closed here, so the students cannot see this at the minute. But I want to move it down, so I'm going to click on this button which will move it, and when I click it will then basically, it's asking me where do you want to move it to. The little arrow says do you want it here, do you want it there, but I actually want it right here in week 10. And now I'm going to scroll down to week 10. You see how inconvenient it is to keep scrolling down to find the current week, but for now we're going to do that because we need to be able to move the course outline back to the top. So we need to be able to see all of the weeks to know where we want to put it. So now I'm just going to put the course outline right at the top there underneath the news forum. Now I'm pretty set up because right at the top I've got the news forum, the course outline, which is where I want them, and the quiz one is right in week 10 where I want that. So now I'm going to focus on week 10. So let's just click on this. This will show only week 10. And now I don't need to make any changes to the quiz. That's all set up. But what I do need is assignment number 1. So an assignment is an activity. And an activity is something that the student does. Let's have a look. And we have lots of different sorts of activities. You could have a quiz, a lesson, a forum, a chat. The assignments are activities which a student is going to do some work and save their file, submit their file, or submit their text. Now today I think let's do the assignment on online text. So click on assignment online text, and it wants to know what you want to call your assignment. So I'm going to call mine Lab 10A. And so here I type in what the student has to do. So now let me see. Why I want you to write an essay. Write an essay to answer this question. Why do you think that the movie The King's Speech was, and I should put the quote there, the King's Speech was so popular? Question mark. Maybe I should put a capital letter there. Right, so there's my assignment. Write an essay to answer this question. Why do you think that the movie, The King's Speech, was so popular? Okay, I like that. So I'm not going to grade this one. And it's going to be tomorrow, Friday, 11th of March, 2011. I'm going to set the start time at 9 a.m. I might change that on the actual day. But I want it to be handed in the same day, and the latest it's going to be handed in is at 10 a.m. So I'm going to set that to 10 a.m. And I'm going to prevent late submissions, because after the due date, the submission will be closed. So students have to submit between the available date and the due date. There are some cases where you might want them to be able to submit after the due date, and then you can change that to a no. I always allow them to resubmit, because if they make a mistake, they might want to change what they've saved. So I don't really need an email to know that they've completed this, but I could set that so that the system will email me when the student has submitted their assignment. You can change anything that you like. I'm not going to go into much more detail. The main one is whether you want to show this or not to the students right now. Well, I want to hide it right now, because I don't want anybody to see this until I'm ready to give out the assignment. So I'm now going to save this, return to the course, and now you'll see there is an assignment there. It's hidden because I selected hide. If I wanted to show it, all I need to do is click on the show button, and now it's available to students. And if I switch to student role, you'll see that the assignment is available, but the quiz is hidden. Now let's just click on Lab 10A, and there it is. Write an essay to answer this question. Why do you think that the movie The King's Speech was so popular? Now, where do they submit? There's no box here. So they can't type in their entry until the available time. So I'm just going to change the time here so that you can see where they type in their submission. So I'm going to go back to English 101. Now don't forget, you have to return to your normal role in order to edit your course. So I'm now going to edit this, and I'm going to change the start date to, let's put it to something really early like 8th of March, and save it again. Now this time, because I've set the available date to before today's date, it means that when I open this, you'll be able to see a button that says edit my submission. This button's only available between the available date and the due date. So I click on the button, and it will open up then a box where I can type in my answer. My answer. Of course, I haven't got time to finish the answer, but it was a very popular movie. Save changes, and it tells me my changes have been saved. So as an instructor, you can test out what a student has to do, so that you might want to demo to the students what they're supposed to do. Notice the button's still there, so if I want to change my answer, I can just click on edit my submission and change my answer and save the changes. Then it's done. And it always tells you when the last time the submission was changed or edited, and how many words are contained in the answer. That's very useful. You might ask them to write an essay between 200 and 500 words. You don't have to count it in the words, neither do they, because as they save it, it tells you how many words are there. Right, so let's go back to the course. Now what I'm going to do now is, I need to change that. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Let's go back. I don't want to change the quiz. So let's go back to change the lab, because I want to change the date back to the 11th of March, and I do not want to show this right now. So save, go back to the course. Now I'm quite happy. My quiz, my lab, they're all set up, ready to go. However, the course outline is available for anybody to view right now. If you switch to student role, you can see this is what students would see if they logged in right now to this course. And okay, so I think what I'm going to do right now is return to my normal role and end the movie.